Hi, welcome to James Miller Lifeology, where you learn to simplify and transform your spirit, mind, and body. My name is James Miller. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and a composer. In today's episode, I wanted to speak with you about the ugly duckling. Many of you may not realize where that story actually came from. We think of an ugly duckling as someone who just grew into themselves later on, and that's essentially it. But the story itself is a swan egg was put in with all these ducks. And so when the swan was hatched, it looked completely different than its peers. The peers made fun of it because it was tall, it was gangly, it didn't fit in. And with that, the swan's self-esteem was affected in such a negative way. And then once he grew up into this beautiful creature, and the ducks looked the same. And that concept is really the same with us as well. When we grow up, and it could be in a physical environment, or it could be the way that people talk about us as far as our personality, our talents, whatever it might be. But the problem is when we grow up in an environment where we're continually made fun of or not being even validated, then all of a sudden as we get older, we don't realize the amazing person that we are. And the mindset that we have when we grew up is what's going to influence us for what we do today. So I really want to encourage you today that whatever you were told as a kid, if you're told you can't do something, if you're told you weren't smart enough, if you're not attractive enough, all of those things aren't true. They're only true if you believe it. So I would really ask you to challenge yourself. What type of self-talk do you have? In other words, what kind of thoughts do you have in your head when you're going through your day? If you're trying something new, do you have all this self-doubt like, oh, I can't do it, I'm not good enough? Or even if you make a mistake, do you really berate yourself internally? It's really important to be aware of what your self-talk is because you're not an ugly duckling. You've not reached your highest potential. There's so many more things inside of you that you have not yet achieved. But I would really ask you to compare yourself today versus where you were when you were a child or when you grew up. Do you still have those same negative self-beliefs? And if you do, then you're not believing what is actually true about you. You get to decide what that is. Thank you so much for watching James Miller Lifeology. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also, go to my website, jamesmillerlifeology.com. You may also subscribe to the podcast I have. It's a weekly podcast, about a 40-minute show that I would really like for you to listen to as well. Also, my latest album, Restoration, is now available for purchase on all digital music stores. Have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.